Hola, and welcome to Cancun. Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and I am here in Cancun. That's right, we have finally made it to Cancun. Been here a couple days, and I'm going to show you around town. I'll give you a few clips of the hotel zone, but I've pretty much avoided that. I'm here in the middle of the city at Parque El Crucero. This is where the 180 meets the 360, kind of like one of the busiest areas. We're going to head around town, show you like the true areas of Cancun, the central districts, all that kind of good stuff. But first, I need some food. So let's go get breakfast. Now, before we get into the meat of the Cancun video, let me show you the couple places that we stayed here. So for the first 2 nights while I was still with my mom before she took off to go back home, we stayed in the hotel zone. And this is some of the shenanigans we got up to. Into the water we go. Into the water we go. Oh, it's all wet. Hello. There you guys are. I know, I'm a bit of a goober. And this is the place that I've been staying here while I'm in the main part of Cancun. So I'm in the Puerto Juarez region, close to where some of the other northern resorts are. But it's a nice little just like community around here. It's actually got a nature preserve not too far, like literally a couple blocks down. It's closed right now, but I think there's times throughout the year that you can go. And it is Laguna Manati. If I remember correctly, is the name. So it's actually kind of cool. You do have a nature preserve right down the street, including like signs that say, beware of crocodiles. I'm like, I am 2 blocks from crocodiles. Interesting. But it is a fantastic, quaint, small little spot. It's got a couple of beds. You got a TV that's got like all the channels in the world that you could ever want. The owner, Enrique, is absolutely fantastic. But the big thing is, let me show you what I've been doing upstairs at nighttime or around sunset time at the pool. Yeah, now this is an awesome feature. I mean, come on. A rooftop pool with the skyline in the background. We're getting close to sunset. Oh yeah. This is epic. Cool, right? It is such a cool amenity. And this place was, I think, what, 35, maybe 40 bucks a night. So it's actually, given that the fact that from downtown Cancun, it's maybe about a 15-minute walk, not a bad deal whatsoever. And even, I would say, you also have the north side as well. You know, it's about a half-hour walk to this place called Playa del Niño. It's kind of like a locals beach. If you ever get the chance, go up there. That's a really cool spot as well, just because it's a beautiful beach, just like the rest of them, but it's all locals, so it's a little bit more quiet. It's away from all the hubbub of the hotel zone, beaches and all that stuff. And it was kind of cool. I was sitting there, and then like these 2 guys just walked up and were playing, you know, just Latin music. It was really, really cool. So, but all right, anyway, enough with all this stuff. Let's get back out on the streets. Okay, so for breakfast to fuel up today, I am at a place called La Casa de las Mayoras. And this is on basically the border of the Puerto Juarez region, and as you're heading down the 180 towards the central districts. This place is amazing. amazing. It's about like 5 blocks off 180, and holy crap, it's just cute little, you could almost blow by it if it wasn't for the fact that like the outside is green, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Inside, just light little artwork, but it just feels so homey. And what's cool is when you walk in, you have, of course, the grill in front of you, and all of this beautiful pottery work that they cook and serve everything in it. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. The detail to the artistry is absolutely amazing. And the food is fantastic. It's labeled as a vegan restaurant. It's not purely vegan, because obviously they serve eggs, and I think they use cheese, although I think they also do have vegan cheese. I think I saw that on the menu. The menu is all in Spanish. However, with the help of Google Translate, you can kind of fix that pretty easily. But my God, number one, I had 3 different things. First was this berry smoothie that had almond milk, chia seeds, maca, and lucama. Wow, that was fantastic. And then, of course, they always have like a daily water. It was like an agua fresca. Had myself it's like a cucumber lime with chia seeds in it. You want to talk about getting fiber. I got a lot of fiber just between the 2 beverages. And for breakfast was huevos verdes. So it's basically scrambled eggs mixed up with chia, which is some kind of plant. Almost gave me almost like a basil sort of vibe in the taste. And like it comes with frijoles on the side, and then of course it comes with this little pumpkin, like this hollowed out dried pumpkin that has the blue corn tortillas in there. My God, that was absolutely amazing. Great breakfast. La Casa de las Mayoras. It's a little hidden area, a little hidden place, but really good. Boy, that was delicious. And that was only, I think, with tip and everything, just about a little under 10 bucks for all of that. That was absolutely fantastic. And that is something I've noticed since I've gotten to both Cancun and Playa, unless you're like going to like, a nice sit-down restaurant or something like that. None of my meals have really ever gone over 15 bucks. Most of them are 10. Really cool. Definitely, I will say, if you go to the local spots, Mexico is extremely affordable. And I say, I love these little neighborhoods. You just kind of like walk in and out, and it's just like, wow, there's like just a lot of character to it. There's so much vibrancy with like each building's got different colors. There's a lot of artwork around the streets. Absolutely fantastic. So one thing I have noticed about wandering around the city, and you got a lot of this in Playa as well, is the fact that there really are not a whole lot of crosswalks, and there's even less lights for people to cross. So it's like if you want to cross the street where you want to cross the street, because like I said, there's such a long interval on a lot of the main roads in between. It's basically you're playing like, if you ever played that game Frogger, I feel like Frogger. So you take your life into your own hands with that one. But it also means if you use just the crosswalks only to cross, you're also walking, in some cases, a mile to like the next crosswalk. So, but yeah, just an observation I had right there. So if you're looking to get a picture in front of a Cancun sign, there's so many places around Cancun, both in the hotel zone and then also here in the city itself, where you can find them. But when you're in the city itself, the main one here is right behind me, and that is in front of the Municipal Palace. I gotta say, Cancun's Municipal Palace compared to Playa's, it's a little bit more, brightness to it. But, and also I heard that there's a garden behind, so we're gonna go check that out in a minute. But yeah, it's right along here, along the 360, or what's considered Tulum Avenue, one of the 2 major thoroughfares that go through Cancun. So if you are looking to snap that photo in front of the Cancun sign, come to the Letras Cancun here in front of the Municipal Palace. Now, let's go check out these gardens, shall we? can definitely say with all this shade, it's a nice little place to cool off on a warm day. Man, remember, always stay hydrated. And if you're whitey like me, carry your sunscreen with me and you know, reapply it every couple of hours. Otherwise you turn into a red tomato and it hurts. I even found one of these famous chairs where they kind of like, you look at each other. I think they're considered like the kissing chairs, where you can be like, you're facing your partner, you talk to them and you go, mwah. At least that's what I've seen in other videos before. Unfortunately, there is no one to fill this chair currently. Ladies, free spot open. Invitation. I will say I am loving this garden back here, particularly all the artwork that's along the walls here. I mean, this is just a beautiful mural, but there's several other smaller ones along the back side of the Municipal Palace where it's just like it's depictions and, you know, cries out for justice for women's, you know, women's violence against women, basically. And I've heard that there's a lot of stuff going on, like rallies and whatnot for women here in Mexico for violence that has been perpetrated against women, which is, you know, it's really kind of sad. But, you know, the message is amazing and the artwork is phenomenal. If you're ever here, come check it out. I don't know if they change it every so often, but right now, what they have going on here is very special. Okay, so just west of the Municipal Palace is a place called Palapas Park. And I believe this is considered the center of Cancun. It's actually kind of cool. It's got this massive open area that I'm guessing is for events because they have this huge stage. So I'm gonna guess they probably do concerts here and all the different likes. And it's got like this whole kind of like very colorful tables off to the side with a bunch of like food vendors like right behind me. So, I mean, it's hot today, and I had to get myself something icy. I got a champayadas, I believe it's called. I've never had one of these before, and I believe it's kind of like a sweet and spicy shaved ice. It actually looks kind of cool. It looks like something like 10-year-old Ben would truly enjoy because it has these little gummy worms and gummy rings. It's absolutely awesome. But we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Oh, it is sweet and spicy. I like it, but that's really interesting. And it's like, it's got like the shaved ice that's just like sticking out the top. So, It's interesting, but it's refreshing. And it is nice. It's really good. But yeah, this is Palapas Park. All right, so about 30 minutes south of Mercado 28, there is this place called Kabah Urbano, and it is an ecological nature park right here in the middle of Cancun. It is a massive, massive park. I'm not sure how many acres it is, but it is absolutely huge. Like, I mean, I was walking around on like the north and northeast side of it, and it took me from like the top of it to come all the way around to the south end where the gate is. It took me like 15 minutes, but it's gorgeous. Like, it's just basically, you're right in the, almost like in the middle of the jungle. I don't know at this stage of the year, which is end of November, if they're open, because it's a Thursday, and the gate was open, but everything with the facilities was roped off, as was the museum. So I'm not sure, but I do see a few people wandering around here and there. But even so, as long as it's open, it's open. They do have potential to see coati and a bunch of different Of course, birds, lizards, things like that. But it is a beautiful park. Definitely recommend coming here. So if you're out about in Cancun and you need to cool off a little bit, Plaza Las Americanos is a great spot, particularly if you want to do any kind of brand shopping. But it's just like a regular mall, but it's huge. And they actually have a Selecto, or like a grocery store there, that is like a Walmart and a Costco combined. It's absolutely massive. I think it's Chedraui? I don't know how to pronounce it, so my apologies. But it is really big, and they do have a lot of food options in the store itself, as well as also in the mall. And this is the Malecon Tajamar, and it's basically down this massive road that leads from the Plaza Americanos all the way down to the lagoon. So you basically, if you want some beautiful views of, you got like the hotel zone in the background there, and you have the North Resorts over that way. You have so much in front of you. It's just this beautiful, beautiful spot to come and get some pictures, take some videos. And honestly, with how hot the town is, being out here right on the water, you just, that breeze is just, oh, it's so nice. But it's miles of just like, you know, these seaside little trails that kind of go up and down the lagoon here. There's, I think, this is kind of like a big up and coming resort area that they're slowly building more and more into. But it is absolutely fantastic. If you want to walk by the water, you know, you don't want to be at any of the beaches or in the hotel zone, Malecon Tajamar. This place is awesome. All right, so I am back in the Puerto Juarez region, up near north, where my Airbnb is. And this place right here that I'm at, particularly after a long day on your feet, this is a local joint you gotta come to. It's the Puerto Juarez Brewery. And first and foremost, I've noticed both in Playa, in Cancun, and even a lot of cities outside of maybe Mexico City, you know, there's not a lot of breweries out here. You do get quite a few places that have wine, but I think it's a mixture of, like, when it comes to beer in Mexico, the market is kind of cornered by the major breweries like Corona, Tecate, things like that. I also think too that depending on where in Mexico, it may be hard to actually grow the type of hops that you may need. So that'd be something that you would have to ask people like my friend Ryan, who grew his own beer for quite a while. But I will say this. This is a little gem. They do outsource a lot of their ingredients, but Mexico is slowly starting to create their own, particularly up in the north where it's a little bit cooler. You have differences of temperatures compared to, you know, down here in Quintana Roo and Yucatan, where it's like almost similar temperature and humidity almost the whole time. But this place opened up in 2016, the Puerto Juarez Brewery. And it's this little like side back street, you know, gated off brewery. Small little place. They got like foosball in here. It's a beautiful little just like outdoor covered space, and they've got about 6 different beers on tap. You can do a flight. I tried 4 of them, like the Smash Light, which is nice, light malty and hoppy. The Cosquito, I think is how it's pronounced. It's like a brown ale that they make with like local chiles in it, so it's got a little interesting spice, as well as kind of like almost like a brown ale style. The Capitana is the oatmeal stout. That's like very chocolatey, like dark chocolate and coffee flavors. And then the Lanchita IPA for IPA fans. It is really nice. It's a piney, floral, It's about 6.5%. I ended up with a pint of the Smash Light myself because it's very hot, and the lighter the beer, the better for me right now. But yeah, they have a fun story. You know, they created in 2016. Originally, it was just, you know, to certain restaurants, maybe the smaller resorts. And then, interestingly enough, COVID happened. And because they shut down all the major breweries like Corona and Tecate for a while here in Mexico, this place was able to kind of flourish when it came to just home deliveries. And then after everything reopened, they kind of went down for a little bit and decided, you know what, let's open up our own small little spot. And honestly, it's great, particularly because I think this is literally the only true brewery in Cancun. And like I said, it's super cute, great beer. When you've had a long day out, come here and grab a beer at Puerto Juarez Brewery on the north side of Cancun. It's literally right across the street and down this small street, side street from the Otro Mar, which is the ferry to Isla Mujeres. So, but well done, guys. I'm gonna enjoy this beer, and we've got one more spot we're gonna go to because there is a place I've been eyeing when it comes to tacos to finish off tonight. Okay, so when you're in the Puerto Juarez region, basically, particularly if you're staying at Enrique's place, right down the street, right across the street from this restaurant called Mero Mero, which I went to, which is fantastic. There is like 3 or 4 stands. One is like shaved ice, and then there's 2 that do tacos and a mixture of other things. But these are just like street taco stands. This is my first true street taco experience here in Mexico. I didn't do it really in Playa. I went to sit down places. So this is what I've been looking forward to all day. So I got myself a plate of like 3 different tacos, and they look absolutely amazing. We're gonna go ahead and try the asada first. I have been looking forward to this. Got just very simple. Oh my God, these are hot. Just look at those steaming. Oh yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I got asada, pollo, and carnitas, and oh my God, these look amazing. So definitely, like, if you go to any place in Mexico, always look for the street taco places. A lot of times they're like little pop-ups, but right here along 180, these places I think are here every day. You have some that are open for lunch, and then some that are open specifically for dinner. Make sure to check them out. They're kind of loosely on Google Maps, but honestly, if you just see a street taco place and you're hungry, try it out, because this place is banging. They cook right in front of you. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, boy howdy, was that a day out in Cancun. My God, it was hot, it was sweaty, but it was well worth it. I mean, all those places, the breakfast place was just absolutely amazing. Those tacos at the end, my first true street taco experience in Mexico. You know, I've had them, you know, growing up in LA and of course, you know, in Texas, but here in Mexico it was phenomenal. Simple, easy, it was great. And of course, there's so much to see in Cancun. Obviously, I only gave you little clips of the hotel zone. There's an even much different world over there, but I really wanted to dive into Cancun in itself and the local scene. I will also recommend, there's 3 other places to eat that I tried my first day on this side that I just want to share. First and foremost, if you want a different style of place for breakfast than what we went to today, there is this place not too far. These are all within walking distance of my Airbnb here in Puerto Juarez. The first one is Yaxchi. It's a cafe. So it's a great place for some coffee. They had a great smoothie that I had. And then of course they also had a torta with like huevos, and I think I had like a chorizo in there. A little bit further, actually not too far from the brewery, there is this place called Kiosco, and that is nice. Kiosco Verde, I had when I was up near Playa del Nino, I had kind of like this, it's like a cobbler basically was what it was. It was a mixed berry cobbler with like this green ice cream on top. And it was really cool. I just liked the vibe into it too. It was like this, you know, this kind of like jungle hut is the, you know, the decor. So it was absolutely fantastic. And then right across the street from the taco place, there's a sit down place called Mero Mero. And that, first and foremost, I just love the name Mero Mero. That was absolutely amazing. They had this fun drink that was, it's like a mezcal margarita kind of, but had like a tagine rim or something like that, and they gave you like this little popsicle that came with it. It's like a pineapple popsicle. That was really good. You just dip that in there, just add a little alcohol flavor to that popsicle, and just it was fantastic. And then they had both an empanada, which was absolutely delicious. They gave you like, you know, several different like sauces for the chips, but the main one was like this spicy sauce that they it's like an oil, really. It's like a chili oil. That was fantastic. And then the thing that they were known for is like a, I think it's called a gobernero, something like that. It's like a slightly crispy stuffed taco, but it was it was fish taco with bacon and vegetables stuffed into it as well. So absolutely fantastic. Those are 3 other places if you're in the Puerto Juarez region to definitely check out for food. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all are fantastic. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Cancun, this whole tour. It was absolutely fantastic to make for you guys. It was very sweaty to make for you guys. It was hot, and 20 kilometers I think I walked today is what my app said. But boy, was it absolutely worth it, because I got to get a nice feel of this beautiful city of Cancun here in Quintana Roo in Mexico City. Or, excuse me, in Mexico country. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys on the next adventure. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. And of course, if you haven't already subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, guys, peace out and have a great night.